My name is Shivutse. I'm the Global Chair for Huairou Commission, which is a global movement of grassroots women-led organizations. And in this space, I'm representing the Women Land Link Africa, which is an initiative that was started by Huairou Commission to bring together grassroots women in Africa who are struggling with land rights, but also bringing solutions on how to address land rights to be able to share experience and amplify their advocacy. I would say yes, there is a very good turnout of participants, and the reflection is the meetings are really discussing very well. What I'm really hesitant is I'm not seeing many grassroots leaders unless they are not saying it, but many of the people that are here are NGOs that work on land, which is really my worry, because we need to have the real people that are affected with land rights in such a meeting to inform policy. So, but generally the discussions around women land rights are really high top on the agenda, which I'm really happy about it. We have also discussions on the African continent trade free area, which for me is still really much disturbing, because you cannot start talking about free trade amongst countries when people are still struggling with a core element like access to land, especially for women. And the majority of these women are the ones doing agriculture. Because when I look at the free trade policy in Africa, it is actually really focusing more on agricultural value chain, which is the key sector where women in Africa, especially from rural communities, participate. And they have this big challenge of getting access to land and even making decisions in land. And the land governance in Africa is still really wanting, because it really excludes the women, especially from the grassroots level. So that is what in many of the sessions that I've attended, we are really trying to amplify our voice to say, yes, it is important to have this convention on free trade, but then how do we actually really start discussing this when we still have the big elephant that we have not managed to be able to address on women land rights? We need to start with addressing women land rights. We need to start at other resolutions that have been made in Africa around inclusivity, people's participation, democracy, things that really need to be addressed first before we come to discussing on the free trade area, because it's going to leave out women, and it's going to be something that is going to be with people that not necessarily may be Africans, or if they are Africans, they are going to be the big tycoons and not the grassroots women. My key takeaway from this conference is that one of the things is that we need to look at the experience that the grassroots women are having, the solutions that they are bringing on the table, to be able to inform these policy platforms that we are attending. And one thing that as I said earlier, the key takeaway is, if we have to do this again, let's ensure the people are at the center of this discussion, and that we want to ensure that we bring especially the women to shape the agenda on the free trade discussions.